Hi there. Today, I'm sharing 10 points of encouragement and why I believe that rebuilding a life you love after loss is so possible for you. Regardless of death, divorce, distance, or disconnection, I call it the possible. Real quick, if you haven't been here before, I'm Pamela J., your host. I help people like you rebuild a life they love after loss, no matter what. I know that you've sacrificed years pouring into others, all while putting your life on hold. Mama, it's your turn now, whether they like it or not. If this sounds like something you're interested in, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, the bell, follow, all the things, depending on what platform you're watching or listening to this on, so you don't miss a future episode and so that the algorithm pushes this out to others who need to hear this message. Did you know that every time you hit the bell, an angel gets its wings? Not really, but it does help the algorithm. All right, here we go with the possible. Point number 1. My first marriage ended in divorce, yet produced 2 amazing children and made my mom, my husband's parents, first-time grandparents, and my and his siblings first-time aunts and uncles. Had I not married him, those children would not be here today, and the aforementioned would not be possible. I call that the possible. Number 2, my second marriage also ended in divorce, yet produced my third child and made his dad a first-time dad, my husband's parents first-time and only time grandparents of 1 grandchild, and my husband's brother and uncle. Had I not married and given life, none of this would have been possible. I call that the possible. Point number 3. My third marriage also ended in divorce, and it taught me how to be resilient and not to be a doormat or a people pleaser. I realized that I had this tendency and I lacked total discernment. I called it my picker was broken. I don't know if that was true, but it felt like it. I just kind of would date somebody and marry him, date somebody and marry him. I didn't know how to be a dater. I just knew how to be a marrier, And so I don't think that was really the best thing. And so likely maybe some of that was from losing my father to illness when I was just 3 years old. Who really knows? But this marriage taught me some great life lessons that I still carry with me today. I call that the possible. All right, point number 4. 3 divorces meant that I had 3 children to support, and I had to do that on my own. Let's face it, I wasn't a good picker, like I mentioned earlier, or a good sticker when it came to spouses. None of my marriages lasted long, so I was single for most years raising my children. I don't know why they didn't last. I just say, I lacked discernment. I lacked the ability to properly date. And I'm just going to reconcile with that. We don't always know what life is going to throw at us, so we do the best with what we've got. As a result, though, I had to educate and clothe and feed and entertain and enroll in sports and music lessons and buy cars and insurance and take them to doctor's appointments for glasses and contacts and braces and teeth cleanings and wellness checks and hair appointments and adventures and vacations, which taught me that I definitely can and I definitely do hard things when necessary. I provided my children a great life as a single mom, and they never went without food, clothing, shelter, or transportation. They didn't go without dads or grandparents either, aunts, uncles, just not in the same household, unfortunately. But I did the best with what I could do and what we had. In fact, in my humble or maybe not so humble opinion, they had it better than many children from single or even 2-parent households from a needs perspective, maybe not necessarily a wants perspective. I'm thankful for a career that provided quite well, as the marriages left me poorer, not richer, not better. I call that the possible. Point number 5. My daughter, I had boy, girl, boy in that order, was able to attend UC Santa Barbara with grants and loans, and my 2 sons were able to build businesses and careers for themselves. Yes, indeed. I call that success. I call that the possible. Point number 6. As a single mom, I was able to eventually get my business undergrad, my teaching credentials, and my graduate degree in education. I got my doctorate in dysfunction, LOL. But anyway, this afforded me the opportunity to teach for 5 years at the high school level and eventually return to corporate America. I call that the possible. Point number 7. I feel like this is backwards. Should I be going like this? Point number 7. Probably. Point number 7. I should have done that for 6, but we'll get you straightened out right now. From there, I built a business, left teaching, and obtained a 3rd successful career in corporate America, which opened the opportunity for me to invest in, to date, 3 long-term rental properties, all after previously losing 2 homes. I call that the possible. Point number 8, or is it 8? One of the 2. I don't know. Take which one you want. Today, I am building another business, this podcast, where I coach others like you how to rebuild and create a life they love no matter what. I've got a situation where 2 of my adult children aren't speaking to me presently, nor do they let me see my grandchildren. 6 of my 7 grandchildren I don't even get to see. I haven't even met the brand new baby. It's all part of this new estrangement or cutoff culture or distance or disconnection or low contact or no contact, whatever it's called, that has become epidemic in nature. Did I ever see myself here? Absolutely not. I had a whole different vision for my future with my kids and their spouses and my grandkids. In fact, it's something that we had for a while, and then that kind of all just disappeared, ended. So I definitely did not see myself in this position, even though the problem and the pain exists for me every single day. I can't even tell you. It exists for me every single day. I choose to focus on the alternative and the hope for the future, the hope for what is so possible. I call that the possible. Point number 9, or 9, whichever one it is. I get excited every single time I create a video podcast for you on YouTube and provide the audio version on traditional podcast platforms, because I know how incredible it will be for you when you rebuild a life that you love no matter what. Nothing is going to stop you. Nothing is going to get in the way. Doesn't mean you're not going to feel the pain. It doesn't mean that a problem doesn't exist. You will feel it. It does exist, but you are here to create a life that you love, no matter what, no matter if it's death, divorce, distance, or disconnection that you're going through. I'm just getting started, and all is here for you too. I call that the possible. Point number 10. We did it. We're here at point number 10, our final point. So my question is, what will it be for you? Will you take tragedy and turn it into something terrific? Will you focus on the problem, the perfection, or will you focus on the possible? I'm hoping you choose the possible, because that will allow you to rebuild and create a life that you love no matter what. If you got value from today's teaching, The Possible, please remember to like, subscribe. I'm aiming for 1,000 subscribers by October 2026. I'm recording this in 2026, the year of our Lord. Follow and leave at least a 6-word comment on YouTube. I know that sounds weird, a 6-word comment, but it does help the algorithm push this out to others and to their home feed, their homepage. And also in the comment, when you're commenting those 6 words, let me know what is the possible for you. I'm so excited to read all these comments and to be able to respond to you. I promise I will read every single one, respond to everyone. So I appreciate you taking the time to do that for me, and for, most importantly, to do that for yourself. Oh, and YouTube thinks that this video up here somewhere, wherever it is worth your watch next. Until next time, friend, keep focusing on the possible, You've got one life to live to rebuild one you love, no matter what.